What's up, my friends, my friends? How are you all doing? It's Ghost Robo, and we're back with a brand new game. This time, it's a fusion of hero action with RTS in Lorensword Winter Chronicle. And we're going to see together if they can crack the code, because I feel it is a tale as old as time, to quote Beauty and the Beast for a brief moment, don't judge. I feel like it's a tale as old as time of developers trying to convert RTS-type games to console to controllers. Can they do it here? I played a bunch of the game. It's available now on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. $24.99. I'll put a link in the description. You guys should go check it out. I hear that it might be coming to Switch eventually, which has me super excited because you know I love that platform. But we got to find out what this game is all about. We're going to jump right in. Big thanks to Tower 5 for sponsoring this video. They came to me and said, hey, you want to check out our game? I said, is it good? We'll touch on that as we go. But right now I do have some codes to give away. So all you guys got to do is leave a like on the video, hit that thumbs up button, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the game, and then follow me on Twitter. And on a following video, we're going to do a mini series of sorts here. On a following video, I'll pick some winners and get you guys the goods. But let's get into the game and see if they can crack the code. One dude is the emphasis here, one hero. He does it all. He commands, he builds, he moves. Was that the right choice? The game is pretty darn interesting. I've been enjoying the heck out of it. Let's explore exactly why. Alright, we've arrived at a brand new battle and we're ready to go. There is a lot at play here, a lot going on. I'm going to try to explain and also just enjoy. The most important thing to know is that this is your dude. He does just about everything. They have utilized this man as your cursor, as your commander, as your builder, as your magician, because we've got some powers here. We can make some magic happen. We can call fire from the sky if enemies are present. We can void walk around to get really quickly across the map. We can command our units. We can summon elementals. We can harvest resources. We can kind of do it all. Before we get started here, you'll notice that the top right has food and gold. Gold allows us to buy things, upgrade things. Food allows us to build new things, and we can go out and acquire more food to build more things. Top left, you've got our health. If your health dies, you will die. That's not good. Can definitely lead to a game over. And then your stamina mana bar beneath is what we're going to use for our void walking, which used to be sprinting, but now it's void walking because we're upgraded a bit. There's dudes coming in. I can fight them. Oh, that's my dude. Hello, friend. Thank goodness there's no friendly fire on, otherwise I would have chopped him straight down. And then by our character portrait, this guy is not friendly. Okay. Thank goodness for Fireball. By our character portrait, you see that we have 4 spaces. And I'm going to fill those in first, because those are our elementals. Those are our special attacks. Those are our powers de jour. And I love using them. They're incredibly helpful. Fire is very good at just killing stuff. Wind shocks and drowns enemies. Stone is great against conquering buildings. So I'm going to grab 1 stone, 2 fire, and an electric as these guys try to come in and do damage. Now, your character is pretty strong. He's got a lot going on here. I mean, it looks like we actually have a pretty big base. We've got some altars built. We've got some units. These are my guys. Got gold farming. They've kind of built basic things for us up. And it says we need to upgrade a fort into a stronghold. You got a couple different kinds of buildings that you can build, and this is one of them. You can build a keep into a fort, into a stronghold. It looks like they want us to build a brand new one, so I will do that. Luckily, the game controls incredibly well. I think that an RTS like this is just toast if it does not control well. That kind of just would eat it alive. You can have a great art style. You can have a really deep story. This game does have a deep story, by the way. Now, because as I mentioned, we're through the tutorial and through a bunch of missions, the story won't make a lot of sense currently, but if you're into that, there's a lot of lore and a lot of depth and a lot of factions and characters here. But anyhow, you can have all of that, but if you don't have good controls, if you don't have good gameplay, especially in this genre, it's just kind of lost. It's kind of just meh. Thankfully, though, they have crafted a system that I feel is incredibly convenient, easy, and quick, and to me, that's like the perfect trifecta. You gotta have speed. Let's show you what's up here. You want to see some fire elementals? Look at these guys launch from the air. They're dropping down fire from above. I can drop down fire from above too. I can call that down. Initially, I started as just like a commander, a little general man, and now I'm just like king supreme. I know exactly what's up. I can sprint around the battlefield, and I got to start building. Enough talking. We're going to show rather than tell some of this game. I got to destroy 3 camps out in the distance. They're going to be way off probably in the corners of the map, but in order to do that, I'm going to have to build out an army. I've got gold, I got buildings, I got a lot of attackers coming at me. We're going to build some more stuff, and I'm going to have to go grab food because I've got guys waiting to be born, and they can't be if there's not enough food for them. So look at this dude coming in here. What is that? You're a shepherd? I don't even get it. All right, so I'm going to build... I like to start with a bunch of just ground soldiers. So you upgrade to a keep that trains mercenaries and then Lorn Knights, and then eventually you're like, hey, I want to go to a stronghold, and now I get stone knights, and they are incredibly strong and awesome. So that's what we're going to build here. Now there's different ways to do things. Oh, this one I went overboard. I'm so sorry. I don't think it's going to build. I need to go seek out more food. Anyhow, you can continue to upgrade your buildings, and the system of like walking on the little different spots to upgrade, I think, is super smart and super easy. Again, it's just they utilize the buttons very well, and it's something that could have gone tremendously wrong. I'm going to call in more elementals because I can. You collect these little crystals to refill your stamina / your mana. That's very helpful. These guys are not cooperating. I need to go find food, so let's see if we can get out here and find some stuff. That's a camp, but I don't know if that's going to have any food for me. Typically, food is close by. Oh, here's some food. Oh, wow, but that is an angry bear armada. I don't know if we can take this out. Let's try. We're going to give it a go. We're going to summon fire elementals and see if my fire from the sky can help take out some of these bears. Beats Battlestar. It's pretty... They are tearing through my archers quite quickly. I think they're going to probably tear through me. There's a lot of bears. There's a lot of hungry bears, and I can't afford to lose, but this is a great food source, so if I could take them out, it would be incredibly helpful. It might take another try, so I'm going to avoid death, and they're going to come after me. Quickly recall back to base. These crystals also give you health, so they're nifty in so many ways. You know, I can bring dudes with me. They're going to start going. There's different modes you can set your barracks if you want them to just automatically follow these paths. The pathing's pretty smart. It starts targeting different enemy camps and objectives along the way, or you can just hold them in place so that you can command them, because I like this as well. If you hold the trigger, you just grab your dudes, and then you can command them directly and carry them with you to go fight, to go do what you need. You see the little pips below my stamina meter? You can carry up to that many dudes and then go do work. Now, when I am commanding an army, I'm not as magical, I guess. They think I have to be like a leader of the people, and so I can't use my Void Walk ability. I have to just walk it a little normal, but we can sprint, which consumes mana, but it's just obviously nowhere near as fast. Where are the bears? Those are the little hornet guys. I don't really want to get too caught up with them. I want the bears because that's where food lies. So we're going to go here. Okay. I'm going to dump these guys off. I'm going to summon in some electric elementals now, and also my hellfire from the heavens above, and we're going to do our darndest. I love that once you get through the tutorial, the game does a really nice job of keeping you constantly multitasking in a fun way. Like, you don't want to just sit there and do a whole lot of nothing. You want to be active, and I think Lorn Swordwinder Chronicle like understands the balance, and I've genuinely been impressed. You know, I saw like, hey, this game is made by Tower 5. This game is an action RTS. Will it be good? And when they asked me like, hey, we'd love for you to check out the game, and would you want to make a series on it? I said, like, it's got to be good. So I had to make sure that the controls and the UI and the way that the game played out was competent, and not just competent, but quality. Because, like I said early on, this could go wrong so quickly if the basics were not executed with prowess. And once I knew that the core was there, I was like, okay, now we can check out a lot more about the game. Now we can really see exactly what's going on here. Now I can hire some little scouts to help defend this base, which is what I'm going to do. They're bringing a little flag there. They're like, yo, we took out Bears beats Battlestar, and now I've got more to work with. I got 8 foods, and I can start building a little bit of a better assortment of warriors, of an army here. My hero can have some more people to help. Love these temple wardens here. They fly high in the sky. They're very hard for ground troops to ever hit. Obviously, elementals can do damage in archers, but I love having some of them to support, and I'm going to send some dudes this way as well. I'm going to get a little bit of scout action going on here. So scouts are really important. I like to upgrade them to rangers. You can also upgrade these guys. I love taking them to these Thunder Callers, shock frontline troops. And you can see they fly above the skies. And so then when you start gathering all of your units together, you're commanding a very diverse army. But they strike a balance of, like, there's not too many different types of towers, and they introduce them at a pace where you're like, okay, this makes good sense. I got these guys, I got these towers, I got these upgrades, I got these elementals, and we're gonna go to work. So our goal here is to destroy these camps, and this is the camp way back here. Different elementals help in different ways. Stone is better for buildings, like I said. Fire, better just for straight fighting. I'm going to try to take out as much as I can here. Now, these towers are very dangerous, because as you can see, they can quickly kill my main dude very fast. I'll recall and re-heal as best I can. Okay, let's bring in some more troops. These guys are kind of just chilling here. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of aggressiveness from... nor they're attacking... That's letting me know they're attacking my food supply, and I'll be able to see when the damage gets severe. Right now it's staying pretty basic, so I'm trusting that my scouts I hired, yes, and they did. The scouts that I hired helped take it down. So our goal here today is to destroy these... Oh, wow, there's a lot going on. I'm going to bring in some rock giants to really try and work through them. I'm going to use my sun spikes to take out these flying insects who are very aggressive and very angry. Somebody is doing work back at my base, really challenging my tower. So I'm going to go try... Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's not good. Not good at all. I called away a lot of my fighters, and so they're struggling here. Let's see if we can get these guys over here to try to help fight. Please, my dudes. We'll call in some firefighters. Get it? Because they fight with fire. This side, we've got that camp kind of doing good work. I'm not as concerned about that. So I'm going to send these guys down this path in order to try to start pushing this direction. I may need to command them eventually. We still haven't destroyed the camp fully, so I'm going to go make sure that they're on track. Might need to summon another elemental. Oh, wow, okay. It's not finished. The job is not done. I may need to actually bring some more troops. And let's see if we can finish these insects off. That's probably what's causing a lot of problems, since they're fighting from above, and I don't have a lot of warriors there. We are making good progress. It's almost done. The missions are all, I'd say, in like the 30-minute range. I guess I expected them to be a little quicker, but the victories and the accomplishments feel more substantial. I guess you're able to craft a better, like, mini narrative within the levels if you give it more time, right? So the fact that they are taking longer, it allows for more of like that RTS buildup. I mean, honestly, initially when I saw the game, I didn't know if it was going to have any base building, and I'm really glad that it does. That you do get to build up defenses. You can also build, you know, towers and turrets that help take out incoming attackers. And right now we are a very aggressive objective to go destroy the camp, so I'm keeping everything pretty aggressive here. But there are missions and there are objectives where you will really need to be defensive and kind of like hold an area for a certain amount of time. And that obviously demands a totally different kind of strategy and maybe even a different assortment of units. There I would go with so many different soldiers, ground soldiers, just kind of hold the fort literally. And then obviously your elementals are incredibly important. I like doing damage with my dude. It just feels like I'm being a team player. And also he does a lot. That's going to be one camp done. So that vein, as I like to call it, it's kind of like there's like lanes in a way. Lanes or veins or whatever you would like to call them. Where you progress all the way down like the leftmost path. All the way down the rightmost path. And look for where else you can go. What else you can do. There's a bear. So... we took that one, followed these little torch-type buddies to see what we got going on and see if we can find another base camp. It looks like these dudes are progressing aggressively this way. That's my troops doing good work, working their way back into this camp. This is a big camp. There's a lot going on. I'm going to try to help out. We got a lot of barbarians, it looks like, bringing their nastiness my way. Thankfully, these troops, guys, we got to get in here quick. You got to come help. These dudes mean business. And they're not packing any lunch because they just plan to go all out, even if it means death. I'm going to drop back in on my base to collect some of this, a little bit of stamina, a little bit of mana, and I'm going to grab these guys. I might actually demolish those buildings. It's going to cost me gold, and I'm not really producing a whole lot more gold right now. But you can demolish your buildings in order to create new buildings more in the direction you need. Like, I could start building buildings way out here to create a much more offensive, aggressive front, and in some ways that may be very beneficial. Now you saw that there is an armada of enemies walking my way, and I may need to go defend in a minute, but I like that we're being very aggressive. I like that we're pushing, and I'm going to use kind of my aggressive power right now to try to take the advantage while they left home base. You never leave home base when it's being threatened, especially if you get a second camp, and it looks like there is a gold mine up there. I don't know, it's all tapped out. We have to take it. Okay, if I can take it, grab a little gold. There's also more food, so that'll make... Ooh, this is going to be super powerful and super great for our final push against the third camp. It looks like they're actually building a little bit more. So oh, I got it, though. I did. I took down the second camp. Took down the hub. Oh, no. I can't siphon the resources. They're not going to let me. Okay. We're going to retreat back home. All of my soldiers are actually also going to retreat back home. So eventually they'll be here for me to command. I'm going to have to kind of guide them to push them in the proper direction. I can actually build another building over here. So we'll do that. Kind of support this side of our city. Take these people. Make it real pretty. I'm going to go with some more archers. I don't really have a whole lot of that working on right now. Look, we've got these guys just kind of chilling here. Just kind of chilling like villains doing nothing. Now, it doesn't seem like I have direct command over this assortment, but they are going to start progressing and try to help me out. I got some rock giant guys. Are these... Oh, these are my rock giants. They're coming out of the gold. Where are you guys coming from, dudes? Oh, maybe they warped back home. I don't know, but we're going to have to go figure out where the last path to push is, and it looks like it is going to be this way. Follow the urns, follow the fire, until you find the enemy's desire. Where will it lead? Where will it hide? I hope we find someone to steal their pride, and we do. We find another tower to finish this off, to grab the third camp and see if we can make total minced meat out of anyone who challenges us. But definitely let me know what you guys think about the game in the comments. Obviously, like, there's a part of it like you just have to play to really get and know that it controls well, and that there's pretty solid, seamless play. But let me know what you guys think of it. If it's something that appeals to you, if it's something that's interesting to you. I'm gonna retreat back to base. I don't... Oh, wow, they're taking out some of my camps. That's not good. And doing work on a lot of my my wares here, but I'm just gonna try to keep everything as aggressive as I can to finish this while we have the advantage before anything else creeps up, peeps up, pops up. They're gonna take my food source, which is gonna probably make me go in debt on the food side of things, but hopefully we can get this job done before. Yeah, it looks like right there they're trying to take it out. I'm going to throw all of these guys in this way. It's a pretty big base, this back one in the northern corner, but if we can take out the tower, I don't know, I feel like it fires big boy arrows that are very aggressive. So if we get this thing to rumble tumble earthquake out of existence, we can probably get the rest, because there's not much else that's going to fire on us. There are some dudes though still trying to do work. They're still spawning in. I don't have enough to summon another elemental, but I can call fire from above. I just don't know if will my fire work on these buildings? Nah, it's more of a oh, hey, but I did get this back. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring in my rock giants for the... Okay, wow. I forgot that the home base, the base camps can really do damage. I gotta get out of their base. Can I not retreat? Do I not have enough? Oh, I don't have enough mana to retreat. Oh, there we go. Okay. Built up enough. Get me out of there. All right. We're okay. We're okay. Everything's going to be all good. I'm going to bring in one last horde to finish this off. This should get the job done, my friends. This should smack the rest of the scallywags trying to siphon our life out of our bodies. All right. A bunch of big troops pushing, and we're going to get that third destruction. Hopefully I explained it pretty well. I mean, the nice part is that when you play, the game does go through a hefty set of missions that add and expand. And I guess tutorial is maybe... Like, it is a tutorial, but it's like building the game. It's not like they say, like, press over here. No, go over here. The first one is like that, obviously. But then they kind of let you play and experiment and explore and experience and learn your way through while adding new features. So, like, initially, you know, you're just your dude and you already have a preset army. And then eventually you're learning how to build buildings and control elements. And, you know, they kind of just continue to move in that direction. You'll get to see at the end here a little bit of story. I'll just read. I know it's out of context for you, but finally, this was bloody and dirty. Yes, wild armies are harder to take down than unsuspecting tribes. Driving the wild out of the entire region won't be easy. Can we have a meal and a warm bed before we have a shot at that general? Sure we can, but that means Olgarak and catching up with your friend Keen. Whatever. For a hot bath, I am willing to risk a dagger in the back. Mission accomplished. We are victorious. Have some cake, eat it too. That's how you get the job done. Now, typically between missions, it gives us a story segment. But they also now are doing these sort of in-world story segments. So this is our home village. Our kids missed us. Wife expected us yesterday. Are you all right? Of course he is. Victorious and covered with blood. The epitome of the glorious Sun Knight. Sorry, but you are? Kain Alanlura. Nice to meet you. Kara, isn't it? You two are Enel and Florin, our daughters. Oh, twin sisters. The spirit of Giona protects them. You're a captain, like Lassia? She doesn't have a Lorn sword. She can't be a captain. Kain serves our commander. She has a black hand like Laj. A lot of interesting names in this game. She is too young to be Laj. Florin, don't point your finger at people. It's rude. Please excuse them. They are still young. They haven't passed Sen'jin yet. So I'm going to get us to another mission just because, again, I know contextually you're like, what is going on? But this will push us to another, a very wintry mission. I wonder if this is a dream sequence. Oh wow, it definitely is. They like to do some interesting things here with the story, and just there's a couple instances of like nightmares or dreams that you have to fight your way through. It seems like a very bloody day. In fact, it's raining blood or super balls. I can't quite tell. We're getting completely overwhelmed. Nothing we can do about it. The Sun Knight tries to call on the power of the sun, but like a horde of rats, they flock straight to our house, straight to our base, and wreck us. Well, luckily, I've got the skills to pay the bills.
Your visions, they came back again?
First one since the desert. Different. Dead soldiers. Kind of monsters. I screamed.
No, you were shaking brutally, like you were fighting or running. It woke me up. Then you woke up too, my love.
I am exhausted. I must sleep some more. I will have to fight tomorrow.
We have some Needinel infusion left. I made it for the girls. It will help you sleep.
I'll have it, Kar, but your immortal Sun Knight would happily stay in bed.
We were stray dogs when we met. You will always remain my dusty wolf. I'm fetching the jar and 2 bowls. I need some too. Wait for me.
Alright, getting some soup and some sustenance to keep this Sun Knight going. But we're ready to get to another challenge. Alright, so I'm again, like I said, normally, it's totally worth reading through this stuff, but I'm going to just move quickly. Oh, it looks like there's a lot of different people here. So now we've kind of got like a hub village, and there is some like choice in terms of dialogue options, which I think is nice. You wouldn't necessarily expect that from like an RTS, but it puts you in the role of the Sun Knight, and so you can figure out what you want to do, and you can complete different missions as you go, which I think is pretty cool. You kind of pick your path. Here we are, General. The Sarkin King is settled just north of this river. They are so occupied fighting their brothers that they haven't spotted us yet. The Wild Army is settled to the northwest, the secondary camp. Main army we must destroy before they manage to capture the king in straw. Alright. Sometimes this gives you like little hints about the level, about what you're trying to do. Usually they're in blue. But I have a new power. When no one sees you for a moment, you vanish. You can move hidden. So I've got a little stealth action here, which is pretty nice. As always, I'm giving my fire guys a chance to shine and grind. I'm going to get a little wind elemental, another fire, and then we're going to go in with the stone. Now, we can't upgrade these guys, but I also need to build. We're trying to assess the situation. That's what they want us to do. The fact that we can't be seen right now. So I got to go figure out what exactly is going on. We've got some gold reserves here. Those look nice. There's a shepherd trying to bob black sheep his way to our base. And they can't see me. There is a base here, a colorful base. It might be beneficial to take just because they do have gold reserves and they're building up. Do have some insects though. It's not so pretty. They want us to destroy the northwest camp, which is probably going to be this place over here. Yeah, they're building up quite the army there. They do have food. They've got a lot. I'm going to have to build myself. Now, we don't have the best path to cross because the river is there, and I cannot, as you saw, guide my troops across the river. But I can guide them to the west. So we're going to upgrade quickly to a fort. I don't know that I necessarily want to upgrade to a stronghold yet, because it does take another food. And maybe it's important for me to have more diverse units than it is necessarily to have a lot of just top tier units. We will upgrade them a little bit though. As you saw there, we got some better helpers here with our different priests, worshippers, and we've got better knights here that are trying to be built eventually. I love that I'm kind of just like hidden now. I feel like I'm a freaking ninja wielding this sword. I'm gonna build another. I know it's a little dangerous, but I kind of want to. I'm gonna build something here, and this is what I wanted to show you guys earlier. Like, you can't advance your army way out into the forefront, right? You can push them aggressively forward if that's what you see fit. So like I can have guys back by base, obviously, to defend and to call from, but I also can just really work my butt off to push my lines. Now it's acting like something up here is being attacked. Apparently, I don't know. I guess that's infighting. All right, I was like, really shouldn't have to worry about that right now. Those guys are all duking it out. But I'm gonna start utilizing my troops now. And as you can see, pretty easy to select. Like anything that would be difficult, pathing, selecting, the AI is very smart about handling what you'd want it to handle, and I think that's pretty great because it could have gone very wrong. All right, oh, there's one of these guys coming in here. Let's fight. I'm gonna call in a lot. I'm gonna call in my fire elementals. I'm also just gonna rain fire. These insects are dangerous. That's why it's important to get rid of them quick. As I mentioned, I like to focus on having a ground force. So it's going to be very important to me that I clear out the aerials so my ground force can actually go in and do damage, because they'll be real quickly wiped. Sorry about that. My cat actually just pulled the cord out of my microphone. It's been happening frequently, or more frequently than I'd like. All right, we're going to gather our units and try to make this push. We've got guys getting gold. We've got guys probably getting old, honestly, but not me, since I have these incredible powers. I've already captured, or I've already destroyed that gold mine, so I can take it and upgrade it quickly to a quarry to start working back on our wares. My wallet is feeling a little bit light these days, so I need to take care of that. We're going to grab this one, add a little turret to it, protect it up a little bit, and it's super important to take out that tower, which we just did, so now they cannot assault. I'm going to build my 5th building here, try to get a little bit more offensive. It's weird that this map is like filtering us all in this westward direction, because at a certain point it does no good then to have our buildings back by our base. We'll probably have to rethink that at some point here, but right now let the money kind of build up. I'm going to take these guys into Wind Priest Warriors and start carrying them towards the next battleground. We've got a big base right here, and we have an incoming force from the north. I'm not sure if that's good luck or bad luck, but now there is a battle rage, and we summon our fire elementals, try to rain a little fire from the sky, and now we're gonna have to get back. We got warriors coming, which is good. I'm gonna retreat so that I can recoup and complete the cycle of, hey, go out, push as much as you can, drop your elementals, retreat, re-up, grab new guys, and get them going where they need to get. It's got a lovely loop to it. You know, that pattern feels good. All right, I got these buildings. The guys, they're probably too far back, but let's see if we can grab this area. It's just a nice 5-buildinger. Doesn't have a lot for us to gain, but it's obviously important to clear out as we continue our push, and we will do our darndest to remove these insects from the sky above, the scourge that not only do we have to deal with other factions, other faces, but we have to deal with big bugs as well. It's not good when you got those freaking radioactive insects raining from above. Luckily, I've got a lot of aerial troops myself. I did, you know, make it a point to emphasize the ground force, but I always make sure I've got some. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's get back to base quickly. I gotta get my, they're all moving, which is nice. Real nice. I don't have enough mana to retreat, so I'm just gonna run it back, gather these dudes up, grab some crystals, and try to make this push. Again, we got forces coming from multiple sides, which makes things real dicey, keeps us on our toes, our tippy toes, and even for a Sun Knight, that starts to feel painful after a while. Let's pick up the forces, They're moving, but I can move them faster. Oh gosh, they're coming after my gold, and they got the northern gold mine. Great. So it was that force that was going to cause troubles. It's not so much the base to the west, the force from the north. They're actually probably coming from the northwest camp, ready to kill. We eliminated them, but they also eliminated one of my structures, and now we got to take what we've got and push. I don't have enough to pick up an elemental, but we're really working through this base. Hopefully we can get the big skull in the center. It's very pretty. They did a nice job painting it. I got to give them credit for that, but I'm still going to crush it and then return and repeat. Okay, let's got 3 of these dudes, 3 of those guys, a handsome 6. I'll move along. The music is so calm. Such a nice soundtrack to absolutely destroy. But let's refresh this since they took it down. Get that ready to rumble. Building gold. Looks like we're gonna get this quickly here, but I'm gonna bring a full force just so we don't mess around. Not gonna take any chances. We're gonna get in some stone elementals to just really silence it. I don't want them to build anything back. I don't want them to take anyone out. I just want to get this done and grab the reward of probably being able to push my people further up the path, since it's not doing me any good having them walking slowly that long road. I might as well start clearing space so I can create a little bit of an offensive push in this region, this lane, this area covered by blood and guts, but it might be a good place to start setting up shop. This is the humongous camp that I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to deal with, but maybe it's best we deal with the insects first. They're always a nuisance, and they numbered a humongous army right now. It looked like some of the northern forces were coming to clash there. I wish I could just like hire the insects, like, hey guys, maybe we can work together, common enemy, yada yada, you know how that works. I'll lend you some of my crystals, you can taste them. They're gooey, they're chewy, they're like, you know, a little bit of a Smarty and a Spree fusion. Maybe you'll like them. Yeah, these guys, now that that base is gone, they're just being bums. So I definitely am gonna need to move them and advance them up so they can help me get the work done that we need to do. All right, the insects are still there. I've got these guys. Goodness gracious, that is a humongous village. Look how many structures they've got. I mean, I can try to take some of these down, but I feel like we're gonna require way more than the units that 5 food can provide. I just don't know where we're gonna come upon that food, because the only path out of my base leads over here, and as you can see, there's no food to be had. So either it's hiding, I'm missing it, or eventually we gotta move in a different direction. These dudes just milling about. I can, you know, I can cross here, but my army can't cross there. There's a big bunch of the map up there. There's fighting going on. That must be the king's units clashing with the northwest camp, but now these guys are all moving eastward, but I don't know how I can benefit from up there. We're gonna have to just, I guess, let's start doing damage that we can here. Let's start setting up shop here. I guess kind of reframe the battlefield and see if we can move this way. There's nothing more to the south. We've hit the barrier. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start demolishing my buildings, as sad as that is. I've got a lot of gold built up, so that's good. Demolish the buildings so that I can push my units far further. I got to get them closer, because it's too long of a walk, especially with how big that base is up there. If we're going to make more than a dent, I'm going to upgrade my elemental, since I do have an influx of cash right now. That should come in huge handy. Getting the fire and the wind guy ready to go. I'll also take the stone guy, because I feel like we are going to need to get some building bashing going on eventually, and having a superior force will help with that. Even if I don't have a whole lot of houses full of soldiers, I will have big bat elementals to call from the skies. We're going to run these forces in and see if we can start chipping away. I don't know if I want to use the insects first, or like destroy them first, or if I want to focus on the camp. There's also a lot of chaos going on in that eastern region. Just not sure how involved I should get. Clash, my friends and enemies. Let's do the work. I'm going to go check on it, actually. I'm going to go make an appearance. We've got bears and everyone coming in, fighting and fussing. This is another huge camp. I mean, look at that. There's not much I can grab there. There's a little bit of gold to be mined here. I can crush this little relic and hopefully grab some goodies, get some crystals and 100 gold. I mean, it's not It's not what I'm looking for, but it does help. And just like that, we're back to base. So it really is just this one long path, the long winding road that we are doomed to cross. The units are working well for me. As you can see, just to show you, I cannot cross. I can't void walk while I'm commanding, so I cannot bring these dudes with me. So we do have to go up through the Death Valley and see what we can do. Alright, we are going to take a break and pause. This big battle rages on, and if you guys got any super good strategy tips, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to try to make the push, but we're going to take a break here. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments down below. And like I mentioned at the top, if you want to be entered to win a copy, all you got to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment on the video, and follow me on Twitter. I think the game is pretty sweet. They've converted the controls and the UI and just the overall concept of the game. You can tell it was specifically made for these systems and for this to work in such a wonderful way. I like the variety. If you're into the story, they got that there for you. But definitely check out the game. I'll put a link in the description below. PS4, Xbox One, Steam. So hopefully soon on Switch. Until next time, though, I'll be back soon. So drink some hot chocolate, enjoy your day, and we will see you all later.